Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome. Today I'm looking at patch 15.1 and in particular Unbreakable Front, which is the game mode that we're not allowed to play, and I'll explain that. If we go into combat missions and we look at the Lunar New Year missions, right? Yes, you probably noticed I've already done a week's worth, 2 weeks worth, and we're getting there. You know, this one's going to pop in 3 days, so we've done 1 week's worth here, and we start this next week. And if you look, you'll see that there's only one mission here that allows you to use Unbreakable Front. Where is it? There, Unbreakable Front. So basically, they've added this new game mode, and they've excluded it from all the missions. Now bear in mind that this is very much like a dockyard. It's not quite as hard as a dockyard, they say. I kind of call bullshit on that. I kind of do, guys. I'm sorry. It starts easy enough. Pretty straightforward stuff. 2,500 main barrier hits. Again, they're limiting the game types. In operations, you only get half of your performance counts, okay? Only half your performance counts. So if you get, say, I don't know, 500 main battery or secondary battery hits in operations, only 250 of that 500 will count towards filling this up to get the 1,500 lunar tokens, okay? But I digress. Well, this is where I'm kind of calling bullshit on it. If you go down here and you go down the missions, you'll see, I'm pretty sure it was in this week's actually, I saw something pretty absurd as I was scanning through them. Burn 22,000 free XP is not too bad. Help your team cause 160,000 damage, again not too bad. Maybe it was this week, that week there. 65 set on fires. There we go. Yeah, week 5, festive songs. Look at the bottom one. Receive 36 million in potential damage. Now you can't use Unbreakable Front for this. You can only use brawls, ranked, operations, and again only half of your potential damage counts. Okay, that's really freaking annoying, wargaming, it really is. Random battles and of course co-op battles. So it's gonna take a few days to get this done, my boys. Fortunately, there's still another 2 weeks of the event going. So, well, more than that. Usually it runs over by another week or so. So, you've got about a month to do this. Okay, it might look daunting, like a dockyard mission of similar kind of value. I remember the base XP missions from the last dockyard were a pain in the ass, weren't they? They really were. They were horrible. We all got through them. Were we happy going through them? Not really. Did it feel like a grind? Yes, it did. And this is my problem with the game right now. It's in this. It's not slowed down since Christmas. It's grind, 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 grind. Which is great if you don't have a wife and 2 kids to feed. It's great if you don't have a job. It's probably great if you're a part-time student, right? But, you know, for the rest of us, it's a fucking pain in the ass. And that's just how it is. And I don't know. These were supposed to be easier than Dockyard, but I don't see anything easy about that one. And earning 170,000 Commander XP should be okay with the boosters you get. As long as you've got boosters. If you've got blue boosters, you should be okay with that one. 65 set on fires, not too terrible. 66,000 XP, you can use boosters for that, thank God. But again, they limit us. No Unbreakable Line. Not one mission here is for Unbreakable Front. I said Unbreakable Line, didn't I? Unbreakable Front. Okay, so my point is, you get the odd mission here for 500 lunar tokens for Unbreakable Front, and then after that, nothing. None of your Unbreakable Front battles count for anything else. Very disappointed, if I'm brutally honest. So why am I looking at the La Pampa? Because I've been having fun in this ship in Unbreakable Front. Crazily enough, it's almost like this ship was made for it. I mean, you get this rapid consumable cooldown, right? And quite frankly, it reduces your consumable preparations and reload time by 95%. If you have any destroyers at all with a torpedo reload booster, using this with this is going to get your reload boosters back faster, which means more fish in the sea, more torpedoes in the water, and that is absolutely terrific. Now add the La Pampa gimmick of the covert consumable readiness, right? And if you use this and this, you know, spaced out, this comes back really, really fast. Now bear in mind that you've then got 15 torpedoes to play with. Yes, you heard me right. 3 launchers with 5 torpedoes in each, and you can imagine the sheer chaos and mayhem that's going to cause. Quick look at the captain build. This is what I'm going to run today. I'm just going to go and do a quick unbreakable front so you guys can see just how busted the Pampa is in this game mode, but only in this game mode, and the lunar token missions are minimal. There's hardly any, so it kind of frustrates me somewhat, like the whole La Pampa thing. I mean, what have we got here? We've got a Jutland, haven't we? We've got a Jutland. You can see straight away that is a tier 9 Royal Navy Jutland, except this one's tier 10, and they've removed a turret at the back and they've put these launchers in, so you get she's been turned into a torpedo boat basically, but with the guns on the front. And I don't know about you, but I like my guns on the back when I'm in a torpedo boat, because guess what I do most of the time? Yep, I'm running away. I've just laid a load of torpedoes, I'm giggling inanely to myself, and I'm running. And if I get spotted and lit, I'm shooting from the back guns, and there's no back guns on this ship, none whatsoever. Okay, fine. Oh, and because she's a Jutland, of course, she's slow, and by slow we're talking 35.7 knots, right? And if we look at this equipment, you can see, yes, we get heals, very nice heals they are too, and we get smoke, very, very nice to have, but we don't unfortunately get any speed boosts. And a speed boost would have been nice, Wargaming. A speed boost would have been nice, because this ship is very hard to use because of that. You've got good concealment, but most torpedo boats can go over 40 knots in the game using a speed booster, right? Not so for the La Pampa. Anyway, let's see how we go. Let's give this a try. Let's take it for a spin. Okay, so the map's of Seychelles. It's Unbreakable Front, which is the game mode I've been wanting to show off. Even if we're not allowed to play it because of the lunar token situation. Okay, Seychelles is probably not the best map, but you know, we'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. I'm fairly confident that we can basically cause absolute carnage. Of course, in Unbreakable Front, we get a base each, and if you cap the enemy's base, you will score out faster than them and win the match in about 10 seconds flat, probably. There's a Jaeger to think about. There's 2 Minotaurs. Okay. Bet one of them's a radar Minotaur, probably, more than likely. Although, well, I don't know. You've got to be pretty brave to take a radar Minotaur for this game mode. There aren't many islands. That said, there are islands. So we have to be a little bit careful. There's a Soviet Soyuz, a Schliefflin, a Kurfürst, and they've got a Libertad. So I'm going to head over to D, but I'm going to keep half an eye on the channel between us, just in case the Jaeger decides to slip into our base. The Ohio is pushing south to guard the base. The Drake and the Schliefflin are going into D. We've got a Valparaiso, a Mecklenburg, and a Petro heading into A. And I've got a nice hot cup of tea on the go. Very important stuff. Helps to focus the mind. Definitely my drug of choice. Okay, we've got somebody spotted a Soviet Soyuz, and there's smoke on the mini-map. Someone is smoking. That's probably one of the Minotaurs. Yep. More than likely. Yeah. Okay. Well, he picked a bad day to smoke up in front of a La Pampa, hasn't he? Because we're about to wreck his day. Okay, let's line up on the Soviet Soyuz and put some fish in the sea. And I'm going to hit the reload booster. And I'm going to put another 15 fish in the sea. So we now have 30 torps hurtling across the cap at just under 70 knots, doing around 16 to 17k each mark. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, mate. I feel sorry for the Minotaur. Oh, we just lost our Drake.
Torpedos a estribor.
That is unfortunate.
Torpedos a estribor.
Now you can see on my reload booster, we've got almost 5 minutes before we get the, well, more than that. Oh, hello. First hits, first casualties of war. Minotaur seems to be lots of flood. My God, it's carnage out there. Hey! And the Minotaur sinks. Oh, he swallowed another torp, didn't he? Okay. They've only got a range of 10.5 kilometers. So you need battleships and cruisers and that to be pushing into you, ideally. But of course this game mode provides that in spades. It's a shame it's 7v7. I could do a hell of a lot more carnage if it was 12v12, right? But it is what it is. 7v lovely 7. Okay, Schlieffen took out the Soviet Soyuz with a torpedo. And I'm just bringing down the cooldown on my torpedo reload booster. It's now down to 59 seconds. It was around the 450 odd second mark, wasn't it? So progress is being made. And the torpedoes are reloaded. Libertad is heading across the cap that way. Minotaur's heading that way. So we're just going to drop another torpedo wall. Yeah. There goes the Schlieffen. But they're not quite so keen to push into the cap anymore, are they? I can't imagine why. Okay, well, there's a big gap over there, so let's just fill it with torpedoes. There we go, using the reload booster. And now everything's on cooldown. This is a bit where I sit back, relax, take a swig of tea, and just enjoy the carnage. And yeah, he's going to get hit by those, isn't he? Yeah, yeah, and boom! Yeah, one less battleship to push into cap. The Drake's going for it. He is literally feeding the enemy team. Shoot my boat! Shoot me! Shoot me harder! And back he goes to the respawn. Alright, meanwhile my torpedoes have found no other targets. I'm not sure where the Jaeger is, to be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed that the Jaeger isn't on my flank. I think he's on the other flank. So we're just going to yeah, get the reload booster off cooldown as quickly as we possibly can. So I can put another 30 fish in the sea. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-dum.
Nuestro equipo tiene la ventaja.
And again, please. What are you up to? I think he's going to turn in. But I'm going to leave one set about there, just in case he turns out. Yeah, dee-dee-dee-dum. So that's 30 fish in the sea. Here we go. Oh, look at that triple whammy. Douche. Oh, he avoided a couple of them. Of course, he's nose in, so he is actually quite hard to hit. Yeah.
Generador de humo activado.
I'll just smoke up here and use the Jutland guns to set some fires, I think.
Cortina de humo
And
desplegada.
down he goes. Awesome.
Acorazado enemigo hundido.
Okay, we've got a Schlepping on our cap, but I reckon the Ohio can handle that. And the match ends in a minute. Very short matches these, aren't they? Very, very short. Unbelievably so. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame. I think Wargaming could have had something here with this game mode if they'd scaled it up a bit, you know, 12v12. Would have been nice. Maybe not give quite so much away for the base caps that you start with in terms of points, because I've played a few of these and sometimes these matches only last a couple of minutes and they're over, and it's sad. And the credit grind, not that great. Think asymmetric battles in terms of economy, right? So don't use your big boosters for credits here. If you do, pick a ship that's going to kill all 7 of the enemy ships, is all I'm going to say on that one. You're not going to make a lot of credits in this mode, no more than you do in asymmetric battles anyway, put it that way. At the moment, randoms and operations are the best place to get credits. Oh, and ranked. Ranked is very good too, never forget ranked. But there you go, so we win. They didn't really want that cap, did they? Clearly. I can't imagine why. Well, I can think of 30 reasons why, actually, thinking about it. So, half a million credits made. Not exactly, you know, on the sun, but La Pampa was kind of fun in this game mode. So if you've got La Pampa, that was with 160% booster on. So if you've got La Pampa, give it a go. Give it a whirl. And thank you all for watching the video. And if you enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you.